gente? Bienvenidos sean a la Minecon Live 2021. En esta ocasión les pido perdón por el cambio que ven en cámara y el cambio que ven en todo. No sé si me escuchan diferente, espero no, espero me escuchen igual, pero les pido perdón porque en esta ocasión, como es un video muy largo, no sé cuánto pueda llegar a durar esto. La Minecon dura 2 horas 15 minutos 25 minutos. Voy a reaccionar a lo más importante, no a todo, porque la verdad me voy a desvelar mucho. Estoy grabando esto ya de noche, muy de noche. Así que tengo una pantalla aquí, que mi hermano tiene una pantallota acá, y la computadora, que es la webcam, está aquí, así que van a ver mucho para acá, la verdad. Así que también les pido perdón porque la cámara no está full. De hecho, no sé por qué no está full. De hecho, no sé si es por la PC. Pero, pues bueno, como pueden ver en la Minecon aparece el pre-show, que pues voy a ver un poquito de qué rayos hicieron en el pre-show. A ver, nada más para chismosear. Mira, las animaciones Mojang ha cambiado mucho con los... el escenario. Hombre, ¿por qué esto no se quita? No se quita el muro este.
Lydia Winters. We have an exciting show
Lydia
for you
Winters,
today.
pero el muro
Filled
no se
with
quita.
all things Minecraft. You'll vote a new mob into the game, hear what's happening in Minecraft dungeons.
Bueno, creo que no
learn how
les
to
dije,
design
pero
and
ya
play
sé
with your
qué
own
mob
Minecraft
ganó.
mob. Find out the
No
next
les voy a
Minecraft
decir.
update and much more.
No les voy a decir,
Seriously,
pero yo
though,
ya sé.
we have a packed show for you.
Si alguien no sabe, no.
The best part
Dudo
is
que
that
alguien
you
no
get to hear
sepa.
everything
Dudo que
directly from the
alguien no
cool
sepa.
humans making it.
Pero
And they
no les
will
voy a
give you the
decir.
inside knowledge that no one outside of Mojang Studios knows. Our best kept secrets. Until we tell
Mantenemos
you all
nuestros
of them
mejores
today.
secretos.
So let's do it.
Hombre, ¿por qué esta cosa no se quita? No entiendo. Ok.
Our social team will be tweeting throughout the show. And
Solo
want
digo,
to know
solo
what
digo
you think about everything we
que la
announced.
decoración es muy
Hang out with us
de
here
Sky
and
Update.
also there. Last year, we announced quite an anticipated
Al fin
update,
se quitó la
the
basura.
Caves and the Cliffs update.
Bueno, el
We've
Caves
seen all
and
the
Cliffs
incredible
Update.
things you've done with Caves and Cliffs
Vamos.
Part 1, and can't wait to see what you do with Part 2.
Ok.
Agnes and Henrik are here to give us a peek
Hay
into the
mucha de la
surprising development process for
Caves and Cliffs Another
Part 2.
Look.
Hi Agnes, hi Henrik.
Hello.
Agnes, how are
Ok,
you
quiero
feeling?
ver aparte de
I'm
lo que ya
super happy to
sabemos
be
de,
here. I'm excited.
de la
I'm
1.18.
So excited. And Henrik, it's your first time on the Minecraft
It
live
is.
stage.
Oh, el
It is. It's not
Henrik.
your first time though, right?
It is not my first time. You two are going to tell us about Caves and Cliffs Part 2, and the thing that I think is
Vamos
the
a ver.
most amazing is how involved and how essential the community was to making it.
Yes. Yeah. This update changes basically everything about the world generation in the game.
Sí,
So we've added
cambia
the
mucho la
massive
generación.
mountains,
Henry,
massive caves, and
creo que lo he visto en
it's been really
Twitter.
hard to kind of balance
man lo he
that
visto en
because we
Twitter.
want to add all this new cool stuff.
Es el que
But when people are playing the game, we
el
also
man
want
que
them
hace
to
todos
build
los
and
tweets
counter,
de
like, the
acá
old
de
familiar
que
stuff.
cambió
So
la
this balancing act
generación
is
y
really hard.
votaciones ahí en
So
Twitter
as
para
designers
saber
and
cómo
developers,
reacciona
when
la comunidad.
we test the stuff we built, how do we
Sí.
know if it's any good, right? How do we know if it's better? So we've needed a lot of help. And we've
Necesitamos
definitely
ahí un
gotten it.
montón de ayuda,
So we've
me
been shipping
imagino.
snapshots, betas every week, and the people have been playtesting and giving us feedback.
Las
And it's just been
testing
wonderful. It feels kind
snapshots
of like
o
they're
las
colleagues helping
snapshot
us
test,
build
no
this
me
great
acuerdo
game.
cómo se llamaban.
That's
Las
amazing.
experimental
And you have
snapshots.
like
eso.
an amazing example of someone who took a lot of time giving
Yes.
notes.
Yeah. For example, a player tweeted at me this wonderful big picture showing like
Henrik.
across different snapshots in the same location what changed across different snapshots and offered some
Hombre,
opinions on that and some feedback.
tremendo.
And this kind of stuff takes a lot of
Tremendo el
time to
trabajo
do.
que hicieron.
It's research that the users are doing for us, and we get a lot of this stuff, and it just saves time, and that's time that we can use, of course, to make the game better.
That's so amazing.
Yeah, it truly is. And I mean, this is like the biggest update we ever done, and we couldn't have done it without the community.
Oh, that's
Agnes.
incredible. And
La
I
tiny
know you were
Agnes.
kind of nervous when you decided to split the update and like tell everyone about that.
Yes, I mean,
No
that's
estaba en
a-
los planes
it's a very
dividirlo.
big decision, and we took it together as a team.
Pero bueno,
But yes, when it was time to announce it
entiende.
was quite scary. But we thought the best thing is just to be transparent, because like as we know, like Minecraft is crafted together with the community, and then it's good.
Sí,
to be
Minecraft no es
as
nada de la
transparent as we
comunidad,
possibly
hombre.
can. And then when we did announce it, everyone was just so caring and understanding, and it it shows we have the most beautiful community. So yeah, thank you.
We absolutely do.
And it was so nice as a team to be able to not rush it, since this change is so big, to be able to do it properly and take the time and really do it well. So we're super thankful that we got so strong support for it.
Digo, no
That's
nos
awesome.
gustó
And
a
I mean,
muchos
sometimes
la
during the
noticia de
development
que
process,
Minecraft,
like
la
things
case and
change, and
Cliffs
you
de iba a
decide
ser en
you want
dos.
things to be
De hecho, creo que
bigger
la
and
primera vez
better,
en que
which kind of
Moyan hace
moves
eso.
them to a different timeline. And I
tratar
know
de
we
bajar
have
la
one of
cámara.
those today.
Yeah, we do. So
Ahí está.
we have been working quite a lot on like the Deep Dark, the Warden, and the
Sí, en
Sculk
el Deep
sensor,
Dark
and
me imagino.
we're so excited about this. And we
No,
know
de hecho,
everyone
desde la
is.
Minecon del
And
año pasado
so
no han
got to
anunciado
be
nada
bigger
del Warden.
because we really want
Bueno,
to do this right
en
and do
snapshots,
it
pues en
super
algo
high quality.
jugable.
But that's also the reason to that
Tal
we
vez
moved it
tweets
to
o
the
cosas así,
next
sí,
update
pero
instead.
And we're going to
algo
talk about
jugable
the next update
oficial,
at the end of the
no.
show,
Yes,
right?
so we're gonna
No ha
show
salido en
both
las
some new
snapshots.
things from the Deep Dark and some other new
Es
things.
que el
So
Deep
that's
Dark
exciting.
sería
So
más
we'll
como lo
move
más
the Deep Dark
representativo de la
feature
parte
set
2.
into the next update, which will be after Caves and Cliffs Part 2, and we're going to look at that
Oh.
later in the show. You're going to get to see some really cool stuff from Brandon. Now, Henrik and Agnes, you two are working
Solo
with an
sé
awesome team
de
of
una run
developers, and
que me
this
viene
was
en la
like
miniatura
quite a
del
technical
Bobbycraft.
challenge. So we have
No
an
sé
inside
nada
look
de
at
eso,
sort of
Yo
a
no
lot
sé.
that went into Caves and Cliffs Part 2.
Yep, let's watch it.
Hand close, parto. ¿Qué es
The best part
esto?
of my job, I think it's just creating a game.
¿Qué es esto?
I want to make people happy.
Sí,
In the new
amigo, quiere hacer
update,
gente feliz.
I've been primarily focusing on creating the mountains and also putting everything together in the new generation of the world. So that's the caves and the mountains and everything in between. When I started this project about a year ago, I knew almost,
Hola gente, estamos de regreso otra vez.
and I learned
Y
so
vamos a
much.
seguir viendo la
And it's
Minecon.
really been a team effort. Java
Pido
and
perdón si se
Bedrock
vio
together.
trabado al inicio. De verdad.
In this
Recién me di
update, my
cuenta.
role
Les
is to
pido
bring
muchas,
to life the
muchas
cave part.
disculpas.
The team you have.
The best.
Ah, the best
And now,
team.
we have been working on Caves and Cliffs Part 2. It's been so beautiful to see how everyone collaborated, like all the different roles, like Bedrock developers, Java developers, designers, artists, sound, and so on. So yeah, it's been so good.
Todo
when
eso
you get a
involucra el
diverse group of people
sonido,
together
el
in a room like that, even if it's a
artistas, los
digital room, I guess, then
codificadores de Bedrock, de Java.
it feels like there's no problem you can't solve. Plus, it's fun.
That's amazing. And then you add our community. They're doing bug tracking. They're just
Bug-
everywhere giving
bug-
us notes
bug
and
tracking.
feedback and telling us what's working. So you add that to an amazing team, and it's
Yes.
really incredible.
We really want actually to highlight everyone that helps us with the public
La
bug tracker we
tiny
have. So many players report bugs, and then we also have the moderators and helpers, and they help us so much with like categorizing,
Todo el mundo
finding
ayudando en cada
duplicates,
uno.
asking for additional information.
Me imagino
and
que
it's
los bugs deben tener
extraordinary
sus
helpful.
categorías.
We have a
obviamente.
really
No le sé a eso,
amazing
pero
community.
debe de haber.
Now, you two have been, and actually the whole team has been just
yes.
kind of sharing images and seeds as you're finding things, and you put together some really awesome worlds for us to look at.
E.T.
A ver ahora. Vamos, las cuevas nuevas. Otra vez. Esto se lo mostraste a la gente en 2020 y la gente se volvió loca. Pero bueno, mira, tremendos paisajes. Yo ya quiero jugar esto en mi PC. Mentira, mi PC va a colapsar con esto. Pero es que la generación, mira qué bello. Qué bello, qué bonito. Louder. Music. Es que ya no parece Minecraft. Nos va a costar adaptarnos a esto. Esto ya no es Minecraft. Pero bueno. Es que mira las corrientes de agua. Ese es un bloque de agua. Mira todo lo que generó. Mira los picos helados, bro. Tremendo la generación.
Wow, they're beautiful.
Wow, así me quedé. Wow.
Yeah, what's interesting about this is when you look at that video, like initially the plan was just big mountains and or natural looking cool mountains and caves, but as we started working on it, the scope kind of grew because we realized that we need to change all the terrain to make this all fit together. But
Makes
once we
more
started seeing
sense.
that work, and it was so fun to see how the team started realizing that we're
Ha
really
sido
on something. This
chido,
is going to be
sí.
great. And seeing that inspiration spread and then also spread out to our
Las
community through the Snapchats has been really
inspiraciones,
fun.
la
Yeah, we've been
comunidad,
playtesting a
las
lot, and we're like, we couldn't
snapshots.
stop playtesting because
We get distracted.
La razón de las snapshots es que son
So
versiones
so many cool
experimentales.
places, and I feel so inspiring, and that's what we want to do with Minecraft. We want to inspire everyone to play Minecraft in their own way, and like we really feel that this new world generation inspires you, like going on adventure,
Traje más para acá la
building,
mesa para poder
setting
recargarme
stories.
porque no
So
más.
it's very exciting.
That's amazing. And I mean, so you make all these changes, but then obviously we have so many players who've been playing for so long. I mean, the two of you have worlds that are like 10 years old. And I just love the approach you took to keeping everything really safe
que, bro,
for
lo
players
tanto
who
que ha cambiado
have existing
Minecraft,
worlds.
imagínate.
It's very important for us to be respectful to players' worlds, and like Minecraft should be a game you can trust, because if you know that it works and it will work for many, many years, then you can spend like all this love and time on your Minecraft world. So in Caves and Cliffs Part 2, we have actually done two things mainly to make sure that everything works well, and the first thing is blending. So as you can see in the picture here, to the left we don't have blending. So then when you update your old world to the new world generation, it would just be like an ugly edge. But now, with
The
blending,
ugly edge.
it's actually all smooth and pretty.
That's beautiful. That makes a huge difference.
Yo
And
quiero
Henrik,
eso.
I know
No
the
sé,
other
creo que
part,
ahorita no está
you
en las
wanna show
snapshots,
us your
está
own
el
world.
without blending.
Yeah, so
y punto.
what happens if you open your old world with the new version of Minecraft? And I took a look at what happens in my old world, which I've had for like 10 years, playing with friends and family. And let's take a look. So that's where it is, all the old stuff we built 10 years ago. But that's what happens when you open the world in 1.18. So it basically generates new caves beneath the old areas.
Es que
And the
mira
idea
todo
is
lo
to create
nuevo,
the
bro.
illusion that was there the whole time. We just, we just didn't go there until now. And
Todo eso
wow,
en
look at
10
that.
años.
Don't
Bueno,
look,
apenas es
Henrik.
una
There's so
foto,
many spoilers there under
Yeah,
your world.
no,
So many cool things.
I was squinting, okay?
Okay, good.
That's like the first thing
El
I want to
Henrik.
do when I update is just like digging straight down. Well, not straight down actually, but I'm gonna see you.
Sí,
what's
no, para
under
abajo.
my
No,
base.
no, no, no hagan
That's
eso.
so cool. I just love that it adds so much to the existing worlds that our players have. And so you're keeping
Es
them
añadir,
safe and
añadir
adding
más
a
a
lot
los
to
mundos
it.
And that's also an important
existentes.
thing. We don't want to force
Es lo
players to
que
have
quieren
to pick
hacer.
between just the new or just the old. So we want them to be able to experience both things in the same world.
That's amazing.
Si le hace una
Throughout the show,
mención
we're
a
gonna have
Rich por
creator
Orovedón, no
questions,
me
and you
parto,
two
me
get to
parto.
have the first one.
No digo que lo vayan a
Right.
hacer, pero si lo
Will Java and
parten.
Bedrock get part 2 at the same time?
Yes, the plan is to release this on Java and Bedrock at the same time, and also
Sí,
to ship
siempre.
it with what we call seed parity. And that's what does that mean? So seed is this name for the magic number that is used to determine how your whole world looks
El
like.
número
So every world
mágico.
is unique
The
and it's driven
magic
by the seed.
number.
And when you create a new world, it gets a randomly generated seed. But if you dig that seed up, if you really like what you see, you're like, wow, this world is wonderful. I want to share it with my friends. You can dig up that number and share it with others.
El
And then
número.
if they open a new world with that seed, they'll see the same thing. But what's new
Sí.
for this update is that also works between Bedrock and Java.
That's amazing.
So if you create a world
Uy,
in
uy, uy.
Java and you think it's beautiful, you want to share with others,
Uy, uy, uy.
anyone who
Ahí yo
opens
no
the
veo
world
los
with that
mismos
seed,
bloques, pero
regardless of which edition they're playing,
Tenemos las mismas
will see essentially
orientaciones.
almost exactly the same thing.
Quieren hacer eso.
I mean, it's almost
Para mí me
identical.
parece
And then it's a thing in the community, you know, you find this cool
good.
location and you share it, like, look at
No es
this world I
exactamente lo
found.
mismo.
And before, you couldn't do that with players
Pero
on the other edition, but now everyone can just share
En
cool
algunos
places
lugares
together,
hay
and I
otros
think that's
bloques,
really
pero
nice.
It's really
se
amazing.
considera la
I mean,
misma
when
seed.
you find
Imagínate.
these amazing epic things in Caves and Cliffs Part 2, you obviously want to be able to share them.
Caves
so
and
seed
Close.
parity is huge. I think everyone's going to be
Seed parody.
so excited about
So we're
that.
not 100% there yet, but close. It's
Getting
very
close.
similar.
Very close.
Details will be different. But
Seed almost
detallitos,
parity.
detallitos, pero muy, muy cerca, vamos.
That's what we're going to call it.
So I know everyone is anxiously, including myself, waiting for this update. When do we get it?
Oh,
It's actually almost done. So we're going to
Almost.
release it in a month or two.
That is amazing. Thank you
uno
so
o
much,
dos
Agnes and
meses.
Henrik.
Thank you.
En noviembre o diciembre,
Caves and
vamos.
Cliffs Part 2 will be coming to a screen near you in 1 to 2 months. And speaking of screens, soon there will be another
Antes
place
de
to play
2022
Minecraft.
va a
On
salir la
November 2nd,
1.18.
Minecraft comes to Xbox Game Pass for PC.
Hombre, el Game Pass.
Minecraft. It's a game all about
Game to Game
and
Pass.
teamwork. Let's take a look
Les
at some of
resumo lo que me
Minecraft's most
importa,
terrific
cero.
teams.
No me importa, no
Son-
juego Xbox. Y el Mob Boat Ajá, la amo.
Hello, Minecrafters of the world. I'm Vubui, and I'm back yet again to help guide you through this year's incredibly important and potentially life-altering vote. Remember the Phantom? For an amazing mob that will be added to Minecraft. For those of you who haven't been a part of Minecraft Live before, here's how it works. Our
Marketplace
came up with
Innovation.
3 different mobs
No sé
that
qué es
they think
esto,
could potentially be
pero no
a
me
great
importa.
addition to Minecraft for a variety of reasons.
Así que vamos a
But
pasar
you,
a 10
the
Years of
community-
Minecon. Lo siento, gente, los que lo quieran ver, véanlo, yo no lo voy a mirar. Esa música se me hace conocida.
The end podium in the middle. Oh no! Spoilers!
Rich estuvo ahí en la 1 cuando anunciaron la 1.9.
Wow. We're kicking things off with the announcement.
Oh,
We're gonna tell you right now.
The update Aquatic.
The Aquatic
Village
Update.
and Tillage.
Seriously, like, I'm so excited.
Bees!
Bees. Let's look at
Bees.
some bees.
Abejas,
We
abejas.
finally have a Nether update.
Nether Update.
Holiday update will have the cats, pandas, bamboo and scaffolding.
Caves and cliffs update.
Vamos,
David Nisagen.
me gustó. Me gustó
I am the one that gets to
que lo hayan
decide how difficult the
anunciado.
bosses are.
De que, bueno, es muchos años.
The results of the first vote are in.
Los votos es donde ganó el Phantom.
Mountains.
Montañas.
Squid.
El Glow
This is your
Squid.
chance to have a say in what goes into
Ah,
Minecraft.
el Glow Squid me dolió mucho. El ahí solo ayer era mejor. Pero bueno. La comunidad hizo las cosas que hace. Vamos. Lo tremendo que me pasó. Ara, ta, 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 ta. Vamos, todos los logos. ¿Por qué come papel? Los saludos. Hola, yo también quiero saludos.
Go, 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 go.
Ay, moví esto, no manches.
What should I do now? Moppy.
El Phantom. Esa
10 years ago, I
pesadilla.
stepped on the Minecon stage for the first time. I still get nervous and excited every single time
Ha
I'm
estado
on this
10
stage,
años.
but mostly I feel
10
incredibly honored
años,
to be in front of you. I hope what you see and feel from each of us at Mojang Studios is our passion for Minecraft and
La
our
pasión.
gratitude to all of you in our amazing community.
Ya.
Okay,
me
now
imagino.
before I get way too even more sappy than I was, let's head over to Boo and hear more about the adorable mobs that you must pick between.
Hoy no. Otra vez. En round 1.
Here we go. It's almost time to vote.
Mira,
Before we
les
do
digo
that,
de manera
let's take
sincera.
a quick look at
El
your
Glare
choices
me
once
daba
more.
exactamente
We
igual.
have
El
the
Glare
Glare,
es.
a mob that lets players know when they're in an area
El Glare
that's
me daba
dark
igual.
enough for
No,
monsters.
no me
You
gustaba.
can bring it with you, and it will fly to dark areas.
Aunque
When it
volaba
gets
esos
grumpy, you'll know
dos,
that it's
tres.
dark enough for monsters to spawn.
Pero es que si lo
Then
comparas
there's
con
the
el
Lag.
Ally
If
y
you
con
give
el
it an
Copper
item,
Golem.
it will collect matching ones for you. It all
A ver, ¿qué
a
pasó?
lot to think about
¿Qué
during
pasó?
your time playing Minecraft. Your favorite will open.
¿Qué pasó? ¿Qué pasó?
Don't forget to click. You can do it.
En Twitter, vamos,
final
las
round.
votaciones.
Of the Minecraft
Es más,
YouTube.
voy a poner capturas de Twitter si es que me acuerdo, por favor, Alan, BusterAlan del futuro. Ponme ahí la primera ronda que se hizo general. De ahí la eliminatoria de uno y ya de ahí el que ganó. Porque no me voy a poner a ver esto, la verdad. Minecraft Dungeons me da bastante igual. Así que vamos a descartarlo. Element Animation. A ver, esto me interesa. Vamos a ver qué rollo. A ver. El mundo musical, de Element Animation.
Discovered all the features in part 1 of the Caves and Cliffs update?
No.
There's brand new colored candles and the lichen makes rocks glow. You'll find some amethyst if you look inside a geode.
Vamos, un musical inspirado en la parte 1 esta de Caves and Cliffs. La cabra gritó. Eso sí, la powder snow no se genera naturalmente. La cabra. Ah, no era gritona. Esa sí era gritona. Ay, los ajolotitos. La verdad, los glow squids me los encontraba más muertos que vivos. Si les digo en serio. La Dripstone. La Dripstone, otro bloque que me gustó mucho, la verdad. Caves and Cliffs Update Part 1. Y el grito, claramente.
Well, it's been quite the turnout for our first round of mob voting. You have made your decision and now one mob
Minecraft,
must
esto
go.
me da muy igual. Minecraft Education Edition de creo que esto es lo más bueno, cracks. Esto es lo más interesante. Esto, estén atentos. Este es el momento. Nada de Minecraft Education. Esto es lo bueno, bro. Esto es lo bueno.
Now it's the big moment. Let's talk to Agnes
La
about the
1.19.
next update. Welcome back, Agnes.
La
How's the show
1.19.
felt for you?
Esto es
Super good. Like, I think it's
importante.
a really fun show, and also
Esto
because
es
there's so
súper
many
duper
exciting
importante,
things.
gente.
Absolutely. I mean, I'm feeling
No es line
quite
update.
nostalgic since
No
this
es line
number
update.
10, and I have to say, I was the
Para
second
la
employee, the first
1.20
woman on the
es
team,
la que
and when
tengo
I
esperanza
see
que
you
sea la
leading
1.update.
Minecraft, I just feel so excited about
Pero-
where we're going.
Thank you. That was
Bueno,
very
casi
sweet.
llora.
Of course, we
Se
managed that we did
interesa.
it together, but I like.
Ni
and,
estirarme
like,
puedo porque si
creatively,
no estos
and
audífonos.
Yeah, I'm super happy about that, but it feels quite surreal because I also used to be a Minecraft player.
Bueno,
and
ya ahí sale el
game, and
título.
yeah.
Pero
Yeah,
quiero
I'm
ver
very
que lo
happy. I'm
digan.
lucky to be here.
Yes, I think we all feel that way, and it's so cool having
El
so many
anunciazo,
people on the
cracks,
team
el
who
anunciazo.
play and love it and care about it, and like we all feel like, I mean, we are part of the
Esto,
community too.
por el nombre, no me hago
Definitely.
mucha idea.
Now,
Lo que
Agnes,
quiero ver
you are going
es
to
qué
reveal
dicen
to us
acerca de eso.
what
¿Sabes?
the next update is.
The next
Yes.
update.
Okay, so the next update is called the Wild Update.
The Wild Update. El logo está Minecraft, The Wild Update.
The wild update sounds very, very intriguing. So what does it encompass?
La actualización
So,
salvaje.
the word wild mainly means like two things for us. So the first thing is like beautiful nature, and the second thing is like really scary challenges
Scary.
and adventures.
Peligrosa
That
y...
sounds awesome.
I
And
know.
so what we're gonna do is we're gonna have some of our gameplay designers come and tell us more about specific
Si
things
me
about
dicen
the
Wild,
update,
me
because
acuerdo de la
there's these
actualización del
different
Brawl
parts
Stars
to
del
it. And we
Gold
have
Arm
the
Gang,
first
la verdad.
one
Si
here,
no lo han visto
which is
la
our
mi
Deep
reacción,
Dark
se los
expert,
dejo por allá,
Brandon.
por las tarjetas o yo qué
Hi,
sé.
Brandon, welcome.
Vamos, el Brandon.
So we've moved the Deep Dark into this update. Can you talk to us more about why?
Vamos.
Yes, I mean, one of the biggest things about the Deep Dark and the Warden and the Sculk is that it's just expanded. It's gotten bigger, and we really
Hicieron una
wanted to make
actualización
sure that we
bastante
did this
grande
right
con
and
la
that we didn't just
generación y
rush it.
dudo, como lo
That
dijo
includes
Bobby,
even
que
unique
hicieran algo
loot inside
tan
the Deep Dark
grande.
as well. And yeah, we also want to make sure that we. Sorry.
Perdón,
let's actually look
te
at some
perdono.
of the new things that we have in it right now, which is the ancient cities.
Las
That's
ciudades
awesome. I
antiguas.
can't wait. Oh, wow.
Deep Dark, oh, Deep Dark Cities, what? No me digas esto. Oh, qué bueno. Oh, aquí es donde spawna el... ¡Ah! Se genera el bloque naturalmente, no me lo creo. No manches, the Deep Dark Cities. O no sé cómo le llamaban, pero... Por ahí debe estar los Warden, a mí no me friegues. Yo queriendo hacer un castillo de esto y ustedes haciéndolo naturalmente. Algún día les voy a sacar ese video, se los prometo. Pero por mientras, Aparte que me da ansiedad que no coma. Y por el bloque ese solito que tiene. Oh, qué bueno, man. Velas naturales. Oh.
Wow, it's like both beautiful and
Está
terrifying at the same
buenísimo.
time. Like I have so many emotions when I look at that deep dark biome.
Y aparte con los mejores
Yes, I mean,
efectitos de
we
sonido
really
que los
didn't want the
pusieron.
deep dark biome to just be, you know, caves or just skulks spread around. We wanted it to add a bit more mystery to it. And you know, there's this ancient city, and what is it doing there?
Ciudades
We're not gonna tell the
antiguas.
players, we're just gonna let them
Les
go
gusta
throughout
poner
and explore
lore a
and
los de
see what
Moya.
they come to. And there's even
Boycraft ya
this,
tiene
like,
videos para, vamos, de
ancient structure
sobra.
in the middle of every single city, and it's got something interesting about it that you're going to have to explore in game.
Oh,
It's
me
really
imagino
cool.
que sí.
Like,
Explorar
it feels
esto
like
en
a place
Perma
you want
2.
to explore.
Ya tengo
I
ganitas
love
de
that
esto.
it really deepens the mystery of Minecraft. Like, Minecraft is all about player stories, and Deep Dark definitely inspires the storytelling, I think.
That's so cool. And so last
Cuenta
year you
historias.
showed us the Sculk sensor, but I know you've been working on it a little
The
Sculk
Sculk
family.
sensor. El bloque más
Sculk
misterioso de
family?
Minecraft hasta el
Yeah,
momento.
maybe they're not so cute.
They're not so friendly, no. Yeah, last year we focused a lot on the
Tal
Skulk
vez no es
sensor, but
amistoso.
since then we've kind of been trying to figure out what do all the different blocks in the Skulk family do. And one of them actually is something called a
Oh,
Skulk catalyst.
el
And the
catalizador.
main thing
El
about the Skulk
catalyst.
catalyst is it's actually what causes the Skulk to spread. As you can see here, whenever a mob dies, such as a zombie, near the Skulk catalyst, it actually spreads Skulk underneath it. And the amount
Uy,
is
uy,
based
uy.
on how much XP that
Ok,
zombie
el
would drop.
catalizador
Wow.
So,
genera más de
the
eso.
Deep Dark, it's kind of overgrown. with
No
all the
sabía de
stuff,
eso,
so that
pero-
means that lots of mobs must have died
Harvesting.
there.
Quite a
Oh,
lot,
da
yes.
experiencia.
Make it less scary.
Oh,
Oh, and as you can see here, when you mine some of the Skulk blocks, you actually get enchanting points.
hombre.
Yes, and of course, if you still want to get some of the blocks for decoration or something, you can just use a Silk Touch.
Ocupan Silk Touch para decoración, me imagino.
And then we have the Skulk
El Shrieker. ¿Cuál es el
So
Shrieker?
when
El
this
Shrieker
block
era este el de la...
is created, it's gonna give that
Oh.
really scary shriek sound that you heard now.
A la máquina.
And it also gives this darkness effect, so it's like pulsating darkness.
Oh. ¡Hala! Ok, para empezar genera un sonido horrible que te da un... De escuchar eso en Perma
Wow, okay,
sería...
definitely not a
vamos.
friendly family.
No.
And I will say to our
Family
younger
friendly.
viewers, in a minute we're gonna show you a clip that's a little scarier. But I
Un
mean,
poquito.
Brandon, those have
Poquito.
so many things that
Solo les
players
digo
can
eso,
do with them.
poquito.
Like,
Yeah.
what do you imagine them doing?
I think the Skulk Catalyst is going to be really interesting because, you know, when you could create a mob farm with it, like through the tech community.
La
Usually
comunidad
when a
técnica
mob dies,
arroba
it doesn't
Rich.
drop XP unless you, the player, actually kills it. So with this, you might be able to create some sort of XP farm.
Esa cosa será muy
There's lots of
terrorífica.
opportunities.
And you can build like
No
experiences
sé
for other
quiénes
players.
sean
Like,
aptos
imagine
para
building
jugar
a
esto, la
haunted
verdad.
mansion or
La
a
verdad,
really
pero-
dark forest, and then you have the Shriekers.
Imagínate.
Terrifying.
So then
Actualizaciones
the players are walking, and
del
then they
miedo,
activate the Shrieker,
más
and
que
you're like,
otra cosa.
That's amazing. Or you just
Con
you
las,
do that
con las de la
all around
Agnes.
your world, and just whenever anyone's
Well,
visiting
I'm
you,
not gonna visit your world.
shriekers are just shrieking.
Oh,
We
los
have a
Shriekers.
community question for you.
Hi, it's Jinjam from Germany, and my question is, what was the inspiration behind the Shrieker?
La inspiración
Yeah,
del
I mean,
Shrieker.
that's an interesting question. From the art side, we actually had the inspiration behind the human larynx, which is like the vocal cord or vocal structure or something.
Ya.
Just something that represents
Cosas
kind of
del
creating
ser humano,
sounds.
en otras
And from the
palabras.
gameplay
Se me
perspective,
olvidó
we
que era
wanted to
eso.
make sure that first of all,
Perdón
the
en
warden
mi inglés.
spawns in a unique way, and also in a way that you can avoid it. So usually you can kind of sneak around, and as long as you don't activate the Skulk Shriekers, then the warden won't come. But if you do make too many noises and the Skulk Shrieker
Oh.
activates too many times, the
El-
warden will come.
Si tú haces ruido, el Shrink te la va... Vamos. El Warden otra vez. Vamos. Si ya lo presentaron en 2020, quiero ver la presentación en 2021 del Warden. Oh. ¿Cómo se dice? El Shrieker, vamos. Uno de mis bloques favoritos. Aunque te den un miedo horrible. Puedes obtener el bloque. Oh. ¡A la what? El Warden sal... ¡A la máquina! ¡A la máquina! Oh. Oh. Cuidado, cuidado. Literal lo tenía a 1 centímetro. Y le valió. Es que entre la oscuridad y el miedo que te da el Warden con los muros sonidos que hace. Y vamos, la manera para esquivarlo me parece un... Los proyectiles eran una de las cosas más importantes. Uy, las caídas generan eso. Vamos, dime que vas a combatir con él otra vez, así como en el 2020. Que te mate de 2 golpes, por favor. Obviamente, obviamente.
I'm kind of
Bravo.
back to thinking that the Sculk family is very adorable and sweet.
Muy adorable
Wow,
y dulce.
there's a lot there, Brandon.
Creo que no pudieron haber escogido unos adjetivos calificativos mejor.
Warden actually emerges underground, so that means you know that
Oh,
Warden's
sí, es
kind
cierto.
of in
Es
the
que
deep dark, in the
imagínate estar en
walls,
una de
under the
esas
floor,
y que viene.
and it
¡Oh!
also has developed a sense of smell.
imagínate.
So of course you can sneak
No vi
around and
muy
try
bien,
to
de hecho
be
lo voy a ver
quiet
después,
and not
pero
get detected.
esa
But
manera, bro.
unfortunately, the Warden's still going to be able to sniff you out and find where you are, and if it sniffs you while you're really close by, then it's going to start noticing you.
Wait, so basically the Warden
Va a
is
estar
like,
molestando un
you
montón.
smell that? It's happening. And just like going for the
El efecto del darkness pensé que iba a ser muy inútil. Pensé que iba a ser como un blindness, pero no es lo mismo. No es lo mismo. Ya aquí lo vi. Y antes de criticar el efecto, voy a decir que es muy importante. Y es de 10. Sigue siendo esto de Deep Dark.
Really, really cool. I mean, I think you have definitely upped the terrifying
Desde,
level,
vamos.
Brandon. And I just love how much you've expanded the Deep Dark.
Luego
to
de haber
feel
hablado de
it's so-
esto.
It's so immersive.
Bueno, yo luego ya
It's
veré.
really amazing.
Yo en
Thank you
edición
so much for
los
joining us and
cortes que hago.
scaring us half to death.
No worries, that's
Vamos
fine.
1 hora y
So
50,
expert, like,
aunque
you want to
no,
do
no
something
vayamos
scared,
a eso,
like,
pero bueno.
Thanks, Brandon.
Me gustó la Deep Dark, y se
So
va.
Agnes, the Deep Dark is one part, this sort of very adventurous side of the Wild update, which the name is starting to really become clear after talking to Brandon.
What?
And then the other part you said is
A
really
ver, no
this
entendí.
more of that beauty and, you know, the atmosphere of Minecraft.
Yes, so we want to like celebrate the wilderness of Minecraft, and one thing we want to focus on is immersion. So when you play
Inmersión.
Minecraft, we really want you to feel that you're inside the Minecraft world. Actually, like we are now. So beautiful. And
O sea, meterse,
we also
lo que
want to
quieren
focus
hacer
on
con la
health focus
actualización,
on
vamos, es que tú
biodiversity.
investigues.
So
Que
we
te
want to
metas a
feel
vivir
that
en esos...
unique identity for different biomes. For
Esos árboles
example,
tirados
the
no están en
birch
Java.
forest, as you can see in this beautiful
O no me digas que
concept
los
art.
metieron.
So in the birch forest, we want it to be like light and peaceful, and the sun reaches the ground.
En resumen,
the trees are
mejoraron
taller, and the
en la Wild
flowers
Update, hasta donde entiendo, entonces van a
It's
mejorar eso.
really beautiful. It looks very Swedish in the birch forest.
That's true. That's actually
En
very
resumen,
Swedish
este es el
forest.
virus
Yeah.
por eso nuevo, no
Gorgeous.
sé.
And then you have, so you want to add more
No voy a decir
atmosphere
nada.
to the different biomes,
La
but
verdad.
there's one biome that you want. I mean, I would say you're giving it quite an
Un
overhaul.
bioma.
It's getting a
Si es el
lot
bioma que
more
estoy
in the
pensando,
That's true. That's the swamp. Oh.
el
Our
pantano.
atmosphere is so amazing. It's such a beautiful concept
Eso
art, and
tiene
as you can
sentido
see
con la
here,
rana que vi.
the atmosphere is really different from the birch forest.
Y bueno, esto era de las
It really
votaciones
is.
de un
It's
bioma.
amazing.
Y salió
So we have another one of our
el
gameplay
pantano.
designers here and our swamp expert, Corey. Welcome, Corey.
Hi, Corey.
Hey,
Corey.
it's absolutely wild to be here.
Oh no, Corey. The
Corey.
puns are so quick to start.
It's Corey after all.
Yeah,
Corey.
It's very on brand.
Ahorita estoy en
So
una
you're
posición
gonna tell us about
hiper
all of this.
incómoda.
I mean, there's a
De
lot of
verdad.
exciting things.
Si me muevo
coming
un
to the
poquito más
swamp.
que los audífonos
So
estos.
what are we getting?
Vamos.
Yes, there are a lot of awesome things coming. The first of which is the boat with the chest in it.
It's so useful.
Cofres con barcos,
And
lo
relaxing.
tomaron.
Yes, and especially now in
Le
the
adivinaron.
part 2, we have
Esto va a ser
even
canon
wider
en
rivers,
Minecraft.
so it's easier to travel in water, so it's gonna be like extra useful.
Yeah, and like
Muy
in the
útil.
aquifers as well.
Me
Yes,
imagino
like
que
when you go
útil ha de
rafting,
ser,
in the
sino
case
porque
you
lo
can put your
meten.
diamonds in the chest
¿Sabes?
in your boat. Oh,
It's
that's
really
nice.
amazing. And you've been working on what I think now
He
will
estado
be my
trabajando.
favorite tree in Minecraft.
Yes,
Su
we are
laro.
adding the mangrove tree to Minecraft.
Mangrove tree.
So as you can see here, this is a propagule, and propagules
Mangrove
grow from
tree
mangrove trees. They're
generation.
actually like ready to grow mangrove. Mini
No tipo de
mangroves growing
madera.
from the mangrove.
Oh,
grows propped up
otro tipo de árbol en Minecraft, gente. Me gusta, me gusta.
And I really like how the propagules are looking.
Como todo en las Minecons pueden cambiar ciertas cosas y van a meter otras cosas que no anunciaron.
Okay, so in real life, the propagules grow, like I said, from the mangrove tree, and then when they fall into the water, or like let's say they fall into water, they could float for up to a year before they plant themselves in the like water underneath the water or on land, wherever they happen to land.
En resumen, están hablando de que tiene que ver con el mundo real.
Are actually amazing for like local ecosystems, fighting climate change,
ecosistemas,
they're just super trees,
cambio,
and I'm
paliar
really
con el cambio climático.
That's awesome, and this is the first sapling that you can plant underwater.
Yeah, you can plant it underwater.
Sí, cierto, un sapling bajo el
Cool.
agua.
When you first showed me the mangroves and you talked about your favorite thing,
Los
I
mangroves.
actually remember
No sé cómo se dice en español, pero bueno, los árboles esos, los nuevos, los de la 1.19. Vamos.
So seeing them in Minecraft is just so exciting. And of course, where there's a new tree, there must be a new wood type.
Yes,
new
the
wood type
do come with a new wood type. And like always when we add a new tree, we are so happy. Like we get so many questions from the community like,
los mangrove wood type.
And therefore we're so happy that we were able to.
Parece una mezcla entre jungla y sabana. Te voy a decir.
I think it's really pretty. And you also don't see like all
las bases de Perma 2 con
esto.
Like literal, diciendo puras referencias a Perma 2 con esto.
Gorgeous. I love it.
No, en Perma 2 no, el 2019, en 1.19, así que olviden mi comentario, no tiene sentido.
We decided to go with like really big roots, and I think those are so cool, and we actually prototyped quite a lot back and forth, and it was a bit tricky to decide
pensando en ideas para las raíces, al parecer.
But now I'm so happy that we went with like multi-block roots.
Así que,
for example, when you like go with a boat and then you can go under the mangroves, and I think
me gustaron los conceptos,
yeah, like
están tremendos. Alguno de ellos nos voy a poner de fondo de pantalla de de mi computadora.
Like when I was testing, I really loved that feeling of like being underneath it, being like this huge feeling, and I wanted more. I wanted to be surrounded by mangroves. So I was like, why don't I just make a mangrove swamp biome where I'm completely surrounded by them? So as you can see in this video,
el pantano mangrove,
just completely surrounded in the mangrove swamp. It's just mangroves as far as the eye can see, just like in real life.
En resumen, los pantanos van a ser pantanos de mangroves.
So you can take your boat underneath like Agnes likes, and you're just completely surrounded by the awesome beauty of it.
El bioma está mucho mejor. ¿Qué es esa tierra? ¿Esa tierra es nueva? ¿O es lo mismo? Lo veo más morado.
That's absolutely gorgeous.
Si no hice nada, voy a pensar que...
Good eye, Lydia. That was wet dirt, otherwise known as...
Adiviné. Lodo.
That's amazing. So you've
Tierra mojada, lodo.
To do something really cool.
Yeah, so we're adding really cool renewability mechanics to mud. The first of which is if you take a dirt block and pour a water bottle on it, then you can get more mud. And then the other one is if you take your mud block and you stick it on top of the dripstone, it will sort of like drip the water out of the mud and eventually dry it out, which turns into clay.
I love the renewable
a la
máquina. Like, I always need more bricks.
De la tierra puedes hacer arcilla.
That's actually true. I have this one mason, it's diamond tier mason in my village, and I always trade with them.
You're taking a villager's job.
They might be a bit upset now, but still renewable clay.
El bloque se podrá obtener.
Cool. And you're also using mud to make a new block.
Yes, we're also adding mud bricks. So
los ladrillos de lodo.
Really exciting,
los ladrillos de lodo.
And as you can see here, the brick texture is actually different than the other stone bricks that we have in the game. So
la actualización me parece bien. Han metido cosas que son como, yo digo mucho que son mejoras de calidad. No es tanto lo que la comunidad desea, pero son pequeñas cosas que la comunidad pues va a aceptar. O por lo menos yo lo veo así.
I'm so excited they asked this question because I really wanted to answer.
¿Por qué
so the main reason that I wanted to add mud bricks to the game is that I really wanted people to feel like all around the world there are houses built out of mud bricks. So many people around the world have houses, buildings using mud bricks, and I really wanted people who are playing Minecraft to feel like they could build their home and feel like they're at home in Minecraft. So I'm really glad we got that.
Más realista.
Yes,
más apegado a la realidad.
Everyone feels equally welcome when playing Minecraft.
Oh, that is absolutely amazing. Now, so we have like amazing new trees.
Llevamos mucho tiempo de video.
Mud everywhere.
Sabía que esto iba a pasar. Y les agradezco a la gente que está mirando esto.
Yes.
No sé cuánta gente se quede viendo esto, pero vamos, las ranas. Lo que me spoiló Bobby. Ranitas. Falta que meta patos. @patolife. So. ¿Y por qué so? Literal ahí dice so. @Fabio. Ah, hay drip leaves ahí. Las ranas se ven bien. Y dice aplauso, no hay aplauso, bro. Ya quiero tener ranas en mi mundo de Minecraft.
One fell in the water. Silly frogs. And they do love to jump around, and especially on lily pads, and actually also on big drip leaves, because I mean the big drip leaves kind of look like lily pads. But the funny thing with that is then when they jump on top of the big drip leaves, it's
cuando saltan. Esa animación de cuando saltan me gusta mucho.
Maybe it's a like frog slide.
No.
What? No entendí. Hay unas cosas que no entiendo, pero
little tiny creature to this update.
Yes, the fireflies.
Oh, ¿qué?
So you can see them roaming around, adding a lot of ambience.
No manches, luciérnagas, bro.
It's nice and cozy at night, but really,
luciérnagas.
part of them is just making the world come to life, like feeling like there's life going on all
Pero son
around
partículas, casi ni siquiera
also
son.
they're frog food. Yeah,
No son mobs ni siquiera, o sí.
Poor fireflies.
Se pasaron con los mobs chiquitos.
And there's beautiful frog food. So
Literal mide 2
enjoy them
píxeles.
in the atmosphere, and the frogs get to eat, so that's, you know.
Everybody wins.
Mide 2 píxeles la cosa.
We're calling them fireflies.
2 por 1.
But Corey, is that what you called them?
The swamp.
Actually, no, we called them lightning bugs.
I did too. And in Swedish, it's
eldflugor, and that's actually literally translates to fireflies.
Okay.
Van a cambiar
it's
algo.
very interesting. It became like a lot of people talking about what you called it growing up. But we're really excited to have fireflies.
Van a ver highlights al final.
Lightning bugs in the game. I want to know more about baby frogs.
Ranas bebés.
No, all baby mobs in Minecraft are just like tiny versions of the grown-ups, but with frogs we're actually adding tadpoles.
Oh, ok. Muy apegada a la realidad. Las ranas antes de crecer son esas cosas. Es como un pez.
Once again, you deliver on the promise of cute and derpy with the tadpoles.
We do.
Yes, and you can pick them up in a bucket.
Yes, and that's actually extra helpful for the tadpoles, because we have frog variants, and when
variantes de ranas.
Pick a variant depending on the temperature in
Yo
the
no me
biome
voy a
it grows
poner a
up
ver
in.
eso.
So
Depende de la temperatura del bioma.
It's going to turn into a snowy frog.
Snowy.
Yeah, as you can see here.
A ver.
So
¿Cuándo se transforma?
Two main systems. One is the tadpole system, and the other one is the cold-blooded system. So frogs are like the first cold-blooded animal in Minecraft.
Animales de sangre helada. En Minecraft, el primer modo.
Like, or they adapt their color depending on temperature. And we wanted to have that in Minecraft. We wanted to like Minecraftify it. So therefore, the tadpole's gonna pick a variant.
Minecrafty, como le dice la gente. Como dicen los chavos.
And there are 3 variants.
Yes, it's gonna be 3
Las
variants.
3 variantes, vamos,
What's the third one?
The third one is the tropical frog.
El
so let's
tropical.
say you were venturing out into the desert or the jungle, and you take
Ranas
your
tropicales.
tadpole with you, and if it grows up there, it'll
Alas, son blancas.
tropical frog. And what I really love about the tropical
La manera en
frogs
cómo
is
se
how just
mueven
relaxed
es muy
they look,
XD.
and they're like blending into the sand almost. They're just so relaxed, just chilling there.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I think there was a reason that they were colored that way.
There is a reason they are white. So, like, I don't know if you
Hombre,
read a lot about frogs.
muévete.
Oh, wait a minute, that's something new. We read up a lot. It's super fun because we can be really geeky. And then I learned about the real-life frog that's called grey foam-nest tree frog and lives, for example, in Angola, Botswana, and Kenya. And that frog can actually turn almost
Muchas
white
cosas
to
pegadas a la
almost
realidad
anything.
que no quieren
So that's like the
hacer.
inspiration
Bueno,
for the
quieren,
tropical
pero.
frog in Minecraft.
O sea, se hace lo que puede.
All 3 of them, and you didn't. So you have these different color variations, but you also have something else special about the frogs.
Yes.
¿Qué?
So each
¿Qué
frog
cosa
variant is
especial?
going to have something unique that will be useful for the players. But we actually don't even
Algo
know what that is yet
útil.
because we're working on the frogs right now.
That is so cool. So Corey, which frog is your favorite?
Oh, it's got to be the snowy frog. They look so cozy.
Ooh, I'm tropical frog. I'm very interested to see which one the community loves the most. Or
las variantes de rana, otro mob nuevo para capturar.
Thank you so much for joining us, Corey, and taking us into a deep dive of all really cool swamp things.
Yeah, happy to be here.
Thank you, Corey.
Thank you, Corey.
I'm just gonna hop on out of here.
Bye, Corey.
Eso, Corey.
I like that.
Ahora que van a anunciar.
This is quite an awesome update, and I mean, I really see the name for the Wilds.
Estoy seguro que hay cosas que no
everything
anunciaron.
in it.
Yes, and I love the contrast. Yeah, as you can see in this pretty concept art, it's really like
Qué bueno
that
los artes
beautiful nature and the
conceptuales.
super terrifying deep dark.
Sumándole esto a la nueva generación de Mundo,
It's
va a
absolutely
estar
amazing.
tremendo.
Well, we're getting close to the end of the show, and as always, the time has flown by, and a lot has happened during this show. So let's look back
Yo he
at some of
reaccionado
the biggest
con
announcements,
suerte
and
50
then
minutos,
we
esto va a
will
durar una
reveal
hora.
the winning mob.
El mob ganador. Bueno, vamos. El resumen. Caves and Cliffs Part 2. Vamos a resumir. Minecraft se mete en el Game Pass. Nuevas creaciones, eso no lo vi. Pero bueno, gracias. Aventuras por temporada de Minecraft Dungeons. A la máquina. Algún contenido se va a vender por separado, vamos. Contenido de la Wilds Update al 2022. El Mangrove, las ranas. El pantano este del Mangrove. Bloques de lodo o tierra mojada. Y los ladrillos de eso. La Deep Dark. Que serán ciudades abandonadas. Gobernadas por los Wardens. Los bloques de Sculk. O el catalizador, los botes con cofre. Ahorita mismo también, ahora que me acuerdo, ¿cómo se llamaba este man?
Now it's time to see what mob you chose.
Se me olvidó el nombre.
Hey, yeah,
Crewbaker. Tanto Crewbaker.
Wow.
Very exciting.
You really came in style.
Tanto Crewbaker como Owell como Bobbycraft deben estar muy
Really comfortable.
muy secreto.
Okay, but now it's time
Yo
to
ya
announce
sé que
the
ganó.
winner. Okay, and the winner is the LA.
Alay.
Wow. Yes, I'm super happy about that. It's
Alay.
a lovely mob.
That is so exciting. So Agnes,
Bueno, ya veremos qué cosas buenas sale con el Alay.
So the LA
Veremos.
will be included in the Wild update, and it's going to be released next year.
Next year, the
Hasta
Wild Update
2022.
will be LA. I can't wait. Thank you all so much for joining us. Minecraft wouldn't be what
Pues
it is
bueno.
today without all of you from
No
all
sé
of
por
us
cuánto
at Mojang
porcentaje
Studios.
ganó.
Thank
Yo
you
daba
so
por el
much.
golem de cobre.
Bye.
Pero bueno. Tremendo. Me gustó esto. Bueno. Muy buena. Muy buena. Muy buena Minecraft. Bueno. Voy a hacerme grandecito para dar mis últimos comentarios. Más que la Minecon, en lo personal me gustó. En lo personal me gustó y pues yo creo que el contenido tanto para la 1.18 y la 1.19 están muy bien hechos, la verdad. Así que bueno, al final esto se hizo creo un video de menos de una hora, así que lo agradezco. Así que bueno, no sé cuándo lo verán esto, yo lo estoy grabando en la madrugada ya del 17. Pero bueno, espero que mi reacción les haya interesado de algo, o sea, no soy lo más profesional. Pero bueno, para mí, por mí sería todo, así que nada más que decirles, gente, nos vemos hasta el siguiente video. Adiós, gente, cuídense mucho.